Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.
Warm weather, beautiful water, and calming sea breezes, the main ingredients in a recipe for rest and relaxation. But for the folks getting ready to hit the water right now, this is no time to kick back. It's showtime.
I know there's not much surf today, but be aggressive, catch waves. All right, guys, get out there.
This group of surfers is gearing up for a run at a national surfing title, and today's practice session at Wrightsville Beach will be one of their last before the big competition in California. The surfers here have a bond that goes beyond being sea lovers. They're all sea hawks, the UNC-Wilmington variety.
I've never really been an athlete per se, but surfing's been something I've always enjoyed, and yeah, to feel like I'm representing the Seahawks, it's definitely cool.
UNC-Wilmington has had a surf team off and on since the 1970s. It's not an NCAA-sanctioned team, so there aren't scholarships or anything close, but there's still plenty of competing. Since they first got together 2 years ago, this group has been riding a wave of success.
The word's definitely getting out that we rip. We're definitely a force to be reckoned with.
The Seahawks own back-to-back East Coast titles, and for the second straight year, they're heading to Salt Creek, California. Tomorrow, they'll take on 15 other colleges for a National Scholastic Surfing Association championship.
All of our surfers are strong. We've got a great longboarder, we've got national champion shortboarders, we've got girls who have been surfing in competition their whole lives too, so we've got it all together, and that's what keeps us doing so well.
Even though the Seahawks didn't win last year's Nationals, they still left California with a major accomplishment.
It was the best any East Coast school has ever done in the history of the national championships.
In the surfing world, there's a definite geographic dominance, and it doesn't fall to the eastern side of the United States.
There's always sort of this inferiority issue of the East Coast versus the West Coast in all regards. And in terms of collegiate surfing, it was nice to make the point that one of the very best surfing colleges in the country is on the East Coast.
The West Coast surfing advantage has much more to do with geology than geography. Pure and simple, Pacific waves are better.
On the East Coast, we don't have consistent waves. We never have, we probably never will. And with that being said, it's difficult to learn a new maneuver.
And therein lies the advantage. East Coast surfers don't get the same big wave practice opportunities as their West Coast counterparts.
The waves here get like that probably 10 times a year, so you have to practice when you can when it's like that, and it's quite rare.
I want to learn how to do a double grab air reverse or something like that, so I'm going to spend all day trying to do it. I might be out surfing all day long and not get to try it one single time just because there's no waves to do it.
Even with those disadvantages, the Seahawks finished second last year to California State San Marcos. The competition came down to the wire.
It ended up being tied, and we had to go to like a 15-minute battle royale. And as the sun was going down, we surfed all day from sunup to sundown.
The surfers all compete individually and in 3 categories:
College men's, college women's, and college longboard. Each team has members in each of those divisions, and then as you advance through the competition, sort of like tennis, as you advance subsequent rounds, you get more and more points that accumulate for your team. And at the end of the day, they tally up all the points that all of your team members have compiled, and then they stack up the points from one college to the other and see who has the highest tally.
The surfers only have about 15 minutes to catch 2 waves and perform for the judges.
They're looking for, length of ride, being in like the crucial areas on the wave, in the pocket, not getting too far ahead of the whitewash, and yeah, just your maneuvers, your style really comes into play.
The moves are a lot bigger there and longer, and the waves are a lot longer. So you have to make everything link together very well. Because here you're standing up for maybe 10 seconds. There, the rides are upwards of like 20 seconds.
And many of those moves have specific names. Cody Lugens is a big fan of the barrel.
Drop in, and you do a bottom turn, and you get yourself right in the pocket, and you stick your arm right here, and the wave just goes, phew.
Just like that.
Coach Dylan McNamara can't simulate the size of the waves his surfers will face at nationals, but he can create a competition-like environment during practice.
I score their waves and post it on the internet so that they have the pressure not just of me scoring their waves, but then of their compatriots seeing how they were surfing, and if they're not surfing good, that's kind of on their mind. So they get a little nervier than they would if I just sent them out for a free surf.
UNC-Wilmington has long been viewed as one of the East Coast's best schools for surfing. The success in national competitions has only added to that reputation and put the university more in the spotlight.
I get emails all the time from kids in New Jersey and different towns that are thinking about coming to school here and want to know something about the surf team. We have great programs academically, but we also have this wonderful beach environment for you to come and enjoy.
And as they go for top honors again tomorrow, the team's resolve is stronger than ever.
If we go back again this year and we're right there doing the same thing, it won't be sort of like a random luck type of situation. It'll be just clear that we have really, really high quality scholar athlete surfers on the East Coast. This is a great surfing campus. We kind of like to think of ourselves as like the Chapel Hill of the surfing world. I mean, we're a dynasty surfing powerhouse in the same respects that the Tar Heels are in basketball.